Movie.
Okay.
Hello, I'm James Cassette, and I am here today to tell you why I think it should be a law that you cannot protest at a military funeral within 5 miles of a church or burial site. Did you know that there is a church group that has been going around protesting military funerals and have been getting away with it because of the First Amendment? Well, I am here today to persuade you that this is wrong and should be stopped. First, where is people's loyalty to America? These brave men and women are dying for our right to have freedom. These people are getting within 1,000 feet of military funerals while the parents are saying their last goodbye to their kids and have to listen to these hateful things being said about their sons or daughters is a horrible way to say goodbye and show respect to them. I just believe this is a very moral wrong thing to do, and the people are not only wrong, but are just plain horrible. It should not be allowed to protest at a person's funeral because it's just not showing respect or the loyalty that they should get because they served America. Second, I understand the First Amendment gives us the freedom of speech, but I believe it should be changed or regulated that it cannot be given at a funeral of a man or woman of any branch or rank in the military within 5 miles. These people have no respect or love for this country and just are terrible people. They don't care about this country, and we are giving them the right to go and protest the funerals of fallen soldiers. I don't know how they can even live with themselves after something like this. This was a big thing in the Supreme Court. Albert Snyder sued the Westboro Baptist Church. They're the group protesting all the funerals, and the Supreme Court said they are protected under the First Amendment. This is why it needs to be changed. This is not okay and not a human thing to do. An 8-1 decision said that it was okay because that it shouldn't have been hurtful or taken the wrong way because it's their right to be able to protest and be within 1,000 feet of, because they have the right of way. Alright, I have some handouts here of comments that people made on some news websites, and I'd like to read a few of them. If you protest at a military funeral, you are a heartless coward with no regard or respect for the people who put their lives on the line for your freedom, and the justices who have approved protesting at military funerals are even worse. For all the people that are saying thank God for IEDs and thank God for Al-Qaeda should be sent overseas to see what it's actually like. If it weren't for our soldiers, we wouldn't have a free country. Think of that. Let's see you watch your friends die and have the people stand outside of your church yelling things like that and see how you feel about it. So it's okay to spew hateful propaganda at the families of America servicemen? That's a violation of the victim's constitutional rights. That's harassment. We need to find a way to make it where it is a law to be 5 miles away from a funeral. If you want to picket or do anything disrespectful, these men and women lay down their lives for our free country. We should have laws in place for them and their families. I like the one guy's comment about, yes, you do have the freedom of speech, but you should have to stay 5 miles away, and it should be a law that you cannot be any closer than 5 miles because it's hurtful and just wrong to treat the dead like that. They say at one's funeral there were over 44,000 picketers from this church, and that should not be distracting or hurtful. How would it not be? You just buried your son, and the whole time there are people yelling, thank God for IEDs and thank God for dead soldiers. What is wrong with these people? But that's why there should be a 5-mile law with funerals. Now I have some images of the protesters. Put yourself in their shoes. How would you feel as a parent trying to say goodbye and having your kid and 44,000 people are over there protesting it? And yes, it's not a very good, but with the change, with this amendment, we could make it a law that you could not be within 5 miles of any military funerals to protest it. Which is not against any of the amendments or against your right. It's just saying that you cannot be so close to the family when burying their loved ones because it's really not morally right. So you have to stay 5 miles away. They still have the freedom of speech and protest, but they cannot be within that distance. I truly believe that this should never have to go through the government, that it should just be a human code not to do something so wrong, but something differently needs to be done about this. So in conclusion to my speech, I think people should have enough loyalty to the fallen soldiers of America to let them rest in peace, and should have the respect of their family and loved ones not to protest at the funerals, and that we should try making it a law that you can't protest, but you must be at least 5 miles from the church and burial site. I just believe it is the right moral thing to do, and I hope I have persuaded you to join me in this needs to change. Thank you very much.